Welcome to the Songbook Sessions. We've made it to edition 6. My name's Stuart Earl. I'm from Stroud. I'm a singer-songwriter, and I came up with the idea in the Songbook Sessions at the start of the lockdown thing. Basically, we have a musical magazine with guests, chit-chat, music, etc, etc. Nobody gets paid for the Songbook Sessions, so my request to you is, politely, would you please download albums, songs, etc., go to the artist's website and purchase CDs, merchandise, whatever you can. Okay, so in a packed show tonight we have 2 albums being launched. My guest has a new album, more of him in a moment. But first, I have a new album. Hooray! And I'm pleased to say that as from today, it is available via all the usual digital channels. It's available for download. I don't have CDs yet, but I should have by the end of the week. That's taken slightly longer, maybe due to the lockdown manufacturing thing. So the new album has been produced mainly 99% in this room. It's my studio, and I'm delighted that some of my good friends, namely Lyndon Webb, Mark Cole, Charlie Kite, Al Thomas, Ben Lachlan, Graham Mizzen, have made contributions to the album. We have 13 original songs, and I'd like you to listen to the title track, and this is a little video I put together for Cowboy State of Mind. Enjoy. You stole my love, you stole my horse. I'm still in love with you, of course. You stole my watch, you took my time. I'm in a cowboy state of mind. You took my car, I'll take the train. I'll keep on moving all the same. Never know what you might find. I'm in a cowboy state of mind. I've been thinking, well, I've been drinking again. I've been hoping and cattle roping, take my mind off you once again. I'm pushing hard, I'm riding fast. I like the sun when it's on my back. Don't have a plan, I'm riding blind. I'm in a cowboy state of mind. I've been thinking, well, I've been drinking again. I've been hoping and cattle roping to take my mind off you once again. Well, I'm just staring into space. Stars, I see your face. You know I'm not the hurting kind. I'm in a cowboy state of mind. You know I'm not the hurting kind. I'm in a cowboy state of mind. So there we are, Cowboy State of Mind. Hope you enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy the album. I will, of course, be trying to sell it as hard as possible over the next few weeks. So, next we have, hailing all the way from Bath, a slide guitarist, singer-songwriter with a long history and, as it happens, a brand new album. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kevin Brown. Hey, Kevin.
Oh, how's it going?
It's all right. Yeah, good to see you.
I hear you overslept this morning, but we seem to have got there at the moment.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that.
That's quite all right.
Yeah. Well,
I've enjoyed I've been watching a few of your things and really enjoy them.
Great.
Stick at it, man. You know, we need you.
Cool. Did you see Steve's version of your song?
Oh yeah, that was a first for me.
What a belter that was, eh?
I need to thank him. Bless him. He's a cool dude, isn't he, Steve? I have a lot of respect for that man. Yeah, and his whole band. Good bunch. Very positive. Yeah. There's a lot of positivity about them. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, it's good news. Yeah. So you've been doing a bit of streaming. I've seen quite a few of those. That's great.
Good
news.
Yeah, they've been there. It's salt and pepper, really. As you well know, until you've done a few and got a few behind you, you learn not to worry about when things don't go right, you know. Yeah. And I've got to that stage now where I don't worry, and so I feel much more relaxed about doing them than I did at the beginning. And also, I do mine Sunday nights at 6 o'clock from Kevin Brown Musician. And it gives me the opportunity of waking up Monday morning thinking, I've achieved something, you know, which you wouldn't have that in this period because you can't gig, blah, blah, blah. You don't hear about that. Did you know that, actually, we can't do gigs? Has anybody told you?
Yeah.
Anyway.
No change there, then.
And it's been good because I've done 12 now or 13, and there gets a point where you have to start digging back into your material and reworking it, getting it presentable. So when I do go out and play live now, my stock, you know, my vaults for material is much was before COVID because I've read a lot of the old songs and
begun to a hell of a back catalogue, though.
Yeah. Well, it's nearly 180. What is it now? I think I've got 180 items registered.
Right.
I think about 60 or 70 of those are instrumentals. So, you know, a good bunch of songs over the years that are registered.
Yeah, that's great.
And it was nice to hear one of them. Hey, I'll get a bit of PRS for Steve for yesterday. Well, I don't know. Are you?
I have no
are
idea.
You under the radar? You could always pay me personally, you know.
Oh right, okay. Can I send you a check?
Yeah, I'd love one. Do they work? I don't know if they work.
I don't know. It's a bit old tech, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you do a request for you? One of my favourites is Mojave Dust.
Yeah.
I love that. Stick that in the set at some point, will you?
I will try to. I will. That's got I recorded that song in a moment that I felt was absolutely perfect a time to record that song. And it's interesting when I perform that song at gigs or whatever, this is in a new moment. And it's interesting how atmospheres and situations and locations affect a performance.
Yeah, of course.
You know.
Yeah. But I love that album. That album, that's when I came across you originally at the IGF, the International Guitar Festival, many, many years ago. And then I think I came to one of your guitar weekends down in Bath.
Yeah.
Which was great.
Guitars. Yeah.
And I think I got Mojave Dust around that time. I can't remember what year it was, but yeah, played that to death. It's great.
Came at an interesting time. That's when I'd done 2 albums for Joe Boyd at Hannibal, and the second album, Rust, was beginning to take off, and it was a really good time to try and then get the kind of funding that you could get from a bigger label. I mean, Joe was fantastic. He just let me get on with it. You know, the first 2 records, he just funded the projects. He allowed me to produce it and allowed me to pick my own musicians. Then I got signed to Rosellys and made a great record for them, produced by Peter Van Hook. And then Rosellys were bought out by EMI.
Yeah.
And they never released the record.
Oh, terrific.
That was 2.5 years of my life spent dedicated to creating that record. And it just wiped out, you know. So then I was left with nothing, no deal. I had no gigs because Rosellys were organizing the tour. And I had to start from scratch again. And of course, I had no studio. So I did it the only way I could, and that was to make a solo record in my bedroom.
Yeah.
And I literally started from scratch, you know, with nothing. And I ended up with a 2-track Revox, a 1/4-inch tape machine. Went through various microphones. And I went upstairs into the room, set everything up. And it sounded, well, the songs weren't ready. It was a huge disappointment. And I spent a year moving around the place, getting various people involved. And during that time, honing the material, rewriting the material and so forth, until finally a year later, I went back up there, switched everything on. The material was ready, and I was able to record. I mean, some of those songs I probably recorded about 30 times.
Yeah, I know.
In a day. Just because I like Mojave Dust, I'd get the balance just right, you know, but I'd drop my slide.
Yeah,
or,
exactly. Yeah.
Or a police car had come past.
Yeah.
Or I'd forget the words.
Yeah.
And keep going.
I'm glad you do that as well.
Yeah. But by the time you get a good one, you have rehearsed that song live so many times and learned the nuance of every line. It's a great way to get to know about the heart of your songs, you know.
Yeah, no, quite right. I do a lot of that retaking.
Do you? Okay. Yeah. Awesome. It's important, and you've got to have patience.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Sunhouse was one of my, my inspirations, together with Robert Johnson and Muddy Waters. And when I was old enough, by the time, so we moved there in 1958, I started studying, and then I saw Muddy Waters in '64 on TV. And so I was 14 then. So I think by the time I was 16 or 17, I would be hitching down to London to busk on Portobello Road, and also to go and see Sam Mitchell, who was a massive inspiration to me.
Okay.
So they will be playing at Studio 51 in Sunday afternoon. And before then, I'd get to Portobello Road for 11 o'clock in the morning and busk. And I was stood there busking one day, and a guy walked through the crowd, and he said, "Do you know any songs by Sunhouse?" And I said, "Man, I'm trying, you know. I'm trying, but I just can't get him." Because he said, "Oh, that's a shame, man. He's standing right behind." And Sunhouse walked through the crowd with an outstretched hand and shook my hand. And, whatever was left with me was able to sort of pull myself together. The guy that came up and spoke to me was Dick Waterman, his manager.
Right.
Dick's a huge icon in American blues history as a photographer and as a discoverer of old masters who then gave them a new, And so I spent the rest of the day with them, and Dick left me with Sunhouse. And that's when I learned everything about about what I actually do today. That was the teaching that I had. Yeah.
Right.
And the things that he taught me that afternoon are absolutely 100% drilled within my sort of my ethos, you know.
That's quite something, isn't it?
The way I work. Yeah, very, very lucky.
Tell me, you've got a new album, I believe.
Yeah, I have. Which was written in a lot of it was written in Clarksdale.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I have a little trailer out there, which the owners of the Shack Up Inn, which is an extraordinary hotel stroke bed and breakfast.
Yeah.
The owners there, they allow me to stay in that little trailer. It's for the staff really, but I would be there entertaining his guests for happy hour. So that was my function. So they gave me a trailer, a truck, and an audience. You know, again, look, whoa, what can I say? Lucky. You know, as long as I've got a roof on my head and food on the table, I'm just happy to be alive, you know, and to be able to travel. So I would be out in Clarksdale at night after those happy hour shows, and everything came out in the trailer, the songs, and I brought a lot of songs with me, took songs with me that were unfinished, and I had time there during the day to work on them.
Brilliant.
And it's one of the best records I've ever made, and really.
So it's called Six Strings and a Dream.
That's right.
Great. Okay.
Which is the line. That's one of the lines in the song Six Strings and a Dream. You know, which I focused on because I believed. You know, I used to walk from my trailer into Clarksdale every day, past the cotton fields, and I could just imagine and picture those people many, many years ago working in the heat in the middle of those fields.
Okay.
And some of them were lucky enough to have six strings and a dream.
Yeah. Okay.
And be able to escape, be able to get out.
So the first song we're going to hear from you is the video of a track called
Clarksdale.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Clarksdale is a 2-hour ride, and every mile is worth its weight in gold. You go down to the crossroads, face the wind, it will all unfold. Bessie Smith took her last breath here in the dark of the night. Sam Cooke's folks live here to a flame that burns so bright. These are the rocks we stand on as we stumble and fall. These are the rocks that we hang on as we break down the wall. Brown and Sun House sat side by side downtown Saturday night. Jolly and muddy, headed out for those bright Chicago lights. And if you're ever passing through, you'll meet folks like you, living the dream. Spare a thought for those who try to find a better life away from those cotton fields. These are the rocks we stand on as we stumble and fall. These are the rocks we stumble and fall. These are the rocks that we hang on as we break down the wall.
We talked about a connected cover.
Oh, did we?
We did, yes, we did, Kevin.
Go.
So has that percolated any kind of conclusion there?
Yeah, it will probably be a Robert Johnson song, I would think.
Right.
Maybe, yeah, either When You've Got a Good Friend, or Rambling Man, or Come On In My Kitchen, or Stones in My Pathway.
Okay, so you're not short then. Okay, well, let's...
About 5'4", actually.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Ba-bum. Right, let's hear that connected cover. Thank you.
So don't let the devil ride. So don't let the devil ride. Let him ride. He's gonna want to drive. So don't let him flag you down. So don't let him flag you down. Flags you down, he's gonna turn your head around. Sit down. Let him take the wheel. Don't let him take the wheel. He's got so much that he wants to steal. So don't let the devil ride. So don't let the devil ride. You let him ride. He's gonna want to drive. you down. I said, don't let him turn you down. He's gonna turn you down, he's gonna wanna turn your head around. Don't let him try. He's gonna wanna ride. Hey, don't let the devil drive.
Thanks, Kevin, and we'll hear more from Kevin in a few minutes. But first, an Americana act from the southwest of England, producing some absolutely stunning music. I'm pleased to welcome the Rosellys with Ain't Gotta Go Home.
Right. Yeah? Yeah. So, for the camera.
That's the Rosellys. Now, thanks to Rebecca, Simon, Alan and Matt. I want to hear more of that, please. That's great. And you can find them on therosellys.vpweb.co.uk. Okay, So let's go to part 2 of the interview with Kevin Brown and see what he's got for a classic cover. Okay, good stuff. Now let's just talk charity for a minute.
What, me, you mean?
Yeah. Well, no. You support and raise money for a charity.
I do indeed, yeah.
Sorry. Would you like to tell me who the charity is, please?
Yeah. So, there's an organisation here in the West Country called Julian House, and they support, care for, revitalise, rehouse people who are homeless.
Mm-hmm.
They have various levels of support. They will, there's limited spaces in their houses that they have, and
sure,
they've figured out a way of trying to help as many people as they can into keeping them out of the cold, especially in winter. And then they can move on from there, and they can actually rehouse them in their own permanent room or apartment. They also have a bicycle repair workshop where people can donate bicycles, which I'm really keen on. Not only that, so people can donate their bicycles to the workshop. They will refurbish them and sell them, and that money goes back into the organisation.
Good. Okay.
But there's one guy, for example, he's just been rehoused in Freshford. They found him he's 52 years old. It's his first home.
Right, brilliant. Oh, that's nice.
52, man. And he worked in the bicycle workshop, and he built his own bicycle. And he's now got his own transport. He's got somewhere to live, and he's got a job.
Brilliant.
And to see people like this revitalized, and they've kind of reinvented themselves, and they've recovered from their issues. I get so excited that the thought that the people that watch my streams, can help this thing move forward, and they do. We've raised a lot of money.
Excellent. So to those watching this then, if you can presumably go onto this link, then that will allow them to donate something to the Julian House organisation.
Fantastic. Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate you doing that. Thank you.
Super. Okay. Kevin, what are you going to do for a classic cover?
Classic cover, no idea.
Okay, folks, you heard it here first.
wanna get back and see you have a good friend. Stay right by their side. You have a good friend. Stay right by their side. Give it all your spare time. Love and treat her right. Give her all your spare time. Love and treat her right. Yeah, Wooden Slide from my friend Andy Pickard. Look out, they'll be on your way soon.
That's
Oh,
about,
the album.
yes,
The album.
Let's talk album. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. So So it came out on June the 1st.
Okay.
And we did have a lot of work lined up, obviously, which we now. So we're just rethinking, rescheduling. We've made a lot of effort on releasing it online with various little promotional films and a main feature film, which will be shown. It will be shown at 6:30 this Sunday, the 28th of June, and that's called Clarksdale.
Yeah. And
I want everybody to watch that because it really sums up perfectly how I feel about the town and its people, and how vastly important its legacy is. So that's one of the main cuts on the album, Dreams and a Dream. I recorded it in Frome. I found a guy he's only 28 years old, called Sebastian Bryce, and after talking to him, for just a few moments, you got the feeling that we have an analog child here with a digital brain. He totally gets where I've come from,
right?
What I like and what I enjoy. And when he explained his studio setup to me, I had to go and visit, and I took a trip there. And as soon as I walked in, I thought, wow, this is the place.
And what's the studio called, Kevin?
Indefra. Indefra. Indefra Studios in Frome.
Great.
Very happy.
Well, best wishes with the album, Kevin. I hope it goes really well for you. I'll look forward to hearing it.
Good. Yeah, I'll pop you on in the post, sincerely. It's on Spotify, all the platforms. You can hear it now.
Great.
You can hear it on all the
I'll have a listen. Thank you so much. And thanks for being my guest today. Much appreciated.
Oh, it's pleasure.
And I hope to see you soon, out and about.
Yeah. Well, it's not often you get a chance to talk about yourself and your interests. Okay.
All right, mate.
So,
thank you, Kevin. Thanks very much for that. And I'll see you soon.
Yeah. Okay, buddy.
Bye.
Take care. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Kevin. Thanks so much for doing this. And if you can remember, folks, please support the charity that Kevin is supporting. That's Julian House Organisation. And they are at justgiving.com/fundraising/Kevin Brown Sings. Okay. So we've had a thread going on Facebook, or my Facebook page, about venues, pubs opening up, social distancing, blah blah blah. Doesn't it go on? However, there is a glimmer of hope, it seems, in that we may get back to some live music at some point in the coming weeks and months, which would be great. But what shape is it going to take? Is it any clearer? Opinions, please. Keep them coming. And next, we have a folk tale of hanging around bars, drinking and getting into trouble. Despicable. here are my good friends Folklaw, including Lyndon Webb playing bass guitar on a bar, and here's a song called One Too Far.
One too far, one too far. It only seems last night that I had a perfect life. A loving family and 3 young bears, 2 motor cars, holidays, a nice home and a wife, and a marriage that had lasted 20 years. One day I took a fall, I heard the whiskey call. It pulled me in and stuck me underground. I sold my heart and soul to the glass of amber gold, and the house of cards around me tumbled down. One too far, too far. I sold my heart and soul to the glass of amber gold. One too far. Through the blur I thought I heard someone call my name, and in the light the band began to play. I joined in with the spoons, I was dancing like a loon, as the devil jigged and reeled on my train. I spied myself a girl as pretty as the world. I made a move and grabbed her by the hand, but she didn't look so sweet when I'd trodden on her feet and thrown up on the shoes of her old man. Was one too far, one too far. She didn't look so sweet when I trodden on her feet. One too far. Here we go. Well, it all came to an end when I hit the final bend. I looked up and the steering wheel was gone. I thought I saw the Hoff, but it must have been the Scotch. I shook my head and I could see no more. And like a sack of spuds, I crashed down to the tiles, laid out there stone cold on the floor. With a 1, 2, 3 they lifted me, raised the Upton ship, and a whiskey was waiting on the bar. One too far, one too far. With a 1, 2, 3 they lifted me to a whiskey on the bar. One too far. With a 1, 2, 3 they lifted me to a whiskey on the bar. It's gone too far.
So that was Folklaw being jolly and drinking apple juice. They know how to enjoy themselves. You can find them on www.folklaw.co.uk. So I hope you enjoyed the Glastonbury reruns over the weekend. I thought it was great, especially last night David Bowie concert, just stunning. So, now I do this program, the Songbook Sessions, every couple of weeks, and it takes a lot of work to get it all together, as you know, setting up cameras and stuff like that, getting people organised, doing interviews, and I'm not looking for more work, but I am keen to keep the ball rolling in between. So I'm looking to do on the Wednesday that follows the programme a live 10-minute quickie, for want of a better expression. So it'll be a quick 10 minutes. I don't know what it's going to be. It could be guitar and song, or it could be videos, it could be guitar talk, it could be gear talk, or it could be something different. So if you've got something or a subject you'd like me to feature, and you want me to talk about, then let me know. I want to keep it varied, I want to keep it interesting, and if possible, unpredictable. So give it some thought, and I'll see you the same time next Wednesday. Look forward to it. I have no idea what we're going to do. Links to all the guests and artists will be on the Facebook page. That's the Stuart Earl and the Earl page. So please like, please subscribe, and could I just reiterate, it's a big word, that no one gets paid for doing the Songbook Sessions, so please visit their website, buy lots of albums, CDs, merchandise, do lots of downloading, etc, etc. Thank you for watching. Please keep in touch, and I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday. Stay well, stay safe. Bye now.